Welcome back to Persona 5 Royal. This is going to be the last part before we infiltrate Madarame's palace for real, to borrow Ryuji's catchphrase, and as you can see in the network, 77% of people did that, also mementos. 10% of people trial by burger, well, we'll be seeing that eventually, and 13% of people did what I'm going to be doing. However, I think that average level actually takes into account, like, after people went to the palace, so makes sense that it's higher. But yeah, sorry Ryuji about this, but yeah, we actually just come out right here if we leave the hideout, and we can access the hideout through here, which is cool. But yep, there's Madarame's exhibit, again with the blue, gold, and peacock motifs. I'll talk about that once we go into the palace, but in addition to hanging out with Takemi, there's actually something else that I want to do today. And that is see what's going on with the cult people. Not really. I guess something's fishy. I mean, you know, he'll be condemned, but maybe not like that. Yeah. Well, I get the feeling that they probably make artwork that contains subliminal messaging. But anyway, wow, okay, did not expect an F-bomb from a random NPC today. Yeah, this you could kind of figure from earlier. Oh, don't worry, the person who'll make him pay is closer than you think. Have I seen these guys yet? Yeah, that whole thing about not losing your job actually does remind me of an episode of Frontline. I'll just say that the second season of Frontline has a fairly surprising plot twist in it. Yep, not really. Yeah, seems like a lot of homeless people had dealings with him. I like talking to that guy, though. Just wanted to just go around and see if there are any interesting NPC conversations, given that I feel like I'm probably not gonna, you know, it's only a few days before we go into the palace, so I think I have time for this. Oh yeah, hideout access way is now a fast travel point. Hello there, sleaze and apprentice. Oops, I missed that first line. We're on Central Reader, just too tough to crack, okay. This has just reminded me of a Friends episode where Joey, being an actor, memorizes an entire monologue about an art gallery to impress a girl he's dating, and then it turns out they just go the wrong way in the art gallery, and she's like, he was talking about paintings that were nowhere nearby. But the actual other thing that I wanted to do today is it may not seem entirely obvious that you can do this, and most guides don't tell you to do this until you actually enter the palace. But I believe the 18th of May is the first date where you can do this. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't use up time either. So I wanted to do this today too. First of hopefully many kicks we'll be seeing. Yeah, a little bit. Even though we've only infiltrated one. Test of strength, huh?
Now. Huh.
So, this is gonna start a quest where they ask for a particular persona, but it has to have a certain skill. So in this case, it's Jack Frost with Mabufu.
Listen up, inmate.
This one's actually pretty easy since it's in Jack Frost's natural learn set, so as long as you have a decent rank in, I think it's Magician, I'm pretty sure Jack Frost is a Magician. He's Magician in almost everything. Oh yes, we will be rewarded very, very handsomely for this. Oh, okay, I forgot that the first one wasn't free. Yeah. check status on penal labor is, the whole Jack Frost thing. We actually have to make the Jack Frost. Are we the right level for this? Right now, I cannot even get Jack Frost with what I have. Let me look up quickly what level Jack Frost is and whether I can potentially fuse it. Using, if you Google Persona 5 Royal Fusion Calculator, there's a really good one you can use there. Okay, it's level 11, so I can do that technically. Succubus and Sakimitama. Well, I have Sakimitama already.
Is this what you want? You'll withdraw this persona and accept this persona. You wish to... Now choose!
Okay, Succubus. There we go, Jack Frost.
You okay with this?
And yeah, he is going to learn Mabufu immediately, so this is pretty easy to do. I really like Jack Frost's texture in this game. It looks like he's made of actual snow.
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
And for those who aren't aware, Jack Frost is essentially the mascot of Atlas as a company. And, oh, I thought that was Rakunda for a second. Whenever I see Rakunda, I want to pass it down. But I guess I can do Dormina and, Rakukaja, Rebellion, Windler. Despair and Brainwash are very bad, so curing them is nice, but, I guess I kind of want to do Growth 1.
It will receive a fraction of power.
Okay, fraction of power, that's acceptable because all I want is Mabufu. Actually, I probably should have saved before this, because if this is an accident, okay, it's not an accident. You can tell it's an accident because you won't be able to press options to skip. Or whatever button it is to skip on the ports that are coming out as of recording this later this year. Don't actually know what buttons it will be, but I'm guessing it will be plus on the Switch. And I have very little experience with Xbox controllers, so I don't really know, yeah. Did I forget to register Sakimitama before I fused it? I'm getting really bad about that. I need to remember to register my personas. I probably should do that now, just in case I don't mess that up in the future, because I really should have registered Arsene before I fused him.
What?
Okay, so now that we've got Jack Frost, we have to say, I still have business here, and then...
Do you need something?
Check status on penal labor.
Now. Hmm? It seems you brought the specified persona. Huh. Fine, I'll take it. By the way, your personas are super weak. Not that I'm surprised, inmate. Though I guess you deserve at least some praise for finishing your penal labor. You might actually complete your rehabilitation. In order to promote that process, we would like to offer you the use of a new facility. It's rare to see you smile, Justine. You are the smiling one, Caroline. Did something happen to make you so joyful? Me? Hey! Are you laughing at us?
Oh no, you provoked the Sun one. Oh no, saying this is probably gonna make it even worse. Maybe.
Know your place, inmate! As wardens, we simply feel satisfaction in seeing your rehabilitation progress.
Although she's also quite Sun.
That is the extent of it. I find it upsetting that you would see such a matter as a source of amusement.
Justine is actually just as funny as Caroline sometimes, because she is very, comically serious, as TV tropes would say.
It's like you forget where you are, inmate. You've got some real guts, though. With that spirit, you should have no trouble making progress. Very well, then. If you have the will to continue your penal labor, we can grant you greater freedom within this prison.
Freedom within a prison? That sounds like a very loaded statement.
It is a deal between us, the wardens, and you, the inmate. Not like you have the right to turn it down, though. Hard work is what you're meant to do, inmate.
Were the challenge battles enough? But yes, this is a deal.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the strength persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
No interrogation flash forward, because, yeah, obviously we wouldn't want to tell Saya about these two. The cat was one thing, but she'd never believe us with this.
Alright.
But oh boy, the Strength Confidants. This is very aptly named. The Strength Arcana typically represents emotional inner strength rather than physical strength, and the taming of raw animal passions and gut instincts. This arcana is populated by mythical beasts, and in gameplay terms, they lean towards physical skills, endurance, and learning skills like counter and sharp students. I'm giving the short version because I really want to get into this Confidant's gameplay. Strength is a very special Confidant, and its progression is even more non-standard than Moon. Justine and Caroline will give you requests to bring them a specific persona with a specific skill. Once you have it, you can talk to them and rank up. This does not use up time, and can be done anytime you have access to the Velvet Room. Meaning if you put it off until much later, it is entirely possible to complete this whole Confidant in one day. If you played Persona 4, you'll recognize this Confidant as being almost exactly the same as that game's Emperor social link. So rather than a schedule, I've listed instead the minimum level you need to be to fuse the personas they want for each rank. A couple of other points. Firstly, you are allowed to use skill cards to make personas with the skill set that they want. In many cases, this is a lot easier than passing down those skills through fusion. Secondly, once you have reached what was the final dungeon in the original Persona 5, you are no longer able to rank up this Confidant. And this is true even in Royal, despite Royal adding an extra playable semester after the original finale. There is plenty of time between now and then though. As for its Confidant abilities, as Soljiro would say, oh boy. I'm gonna do something a little unique here and show the abilities in the original pre-Royal version of this game first. I'm going somewhere with this, don't worry. Rank 2 unlocks special fusion recipes via the group guillotine. Rank 3 unlocks a new Velvet Room facility, Lockdown. This gets fully explained in a tutorial later, so I don't want to go over it in too much detail here. Basically, it lets you leave a persona for a while, and it will slowly gain stats, and randomly learn skills to resist or dodge its weaknesses. At rank 5, you unlock more options from Group Guillotine. Some of these are actually required to make the ultimate personas you get for maxing out Confidants. Rank 8 in Vanilla P5 lets Lockdown bestow Null and Evade passive skills. And rank 10 is the real prize. Meet the most broken Confidant ability in the game. At rank 10, which you can get at a minimum of level 51, you gain the option to essentially bribe Igor to let you fuse personas above Joker's level. This bribe ranges from 100 to 300,000 yen on average, which is nothing at the point you have access to it, and it is certainly nothing in exchange for getting level 90 personas at level 50. If that doesn't sound broken enough, this also gives you access to the entire party's ultimate weapons much earlier than you're supposed to, so it is broken on multiple different levels. Once you have this, all difficulty in the game is basically gone if you choose to use it. And so, when I first learned that Persona 5 was getting an updated re-release, the first thought in my mind was, they're gonna nerf special treatments. There's no way they wouldn't. I mean, I totally see this coming. And so, of course, in Royal, they moved special treatment down to rank 5 and gave you an even better version of special treatment at rank 10. What?! There are no words to describe how shocked I was when I found this out. They actually buffed the most broken thing in the original game. You now have access to personas effectively in the 80s to 90s, in the mid-20s. And they may have nerfed the Mementos money exploit, but they added an even better Mementos money exploit via Ryuji's insta-kill, so money is still no object in this game. I have no idea what the developers were thinking when they did this, but yep, it's a thing that's in this game, and it's probably the biggest reason why Royal is considered significantly easier than vanilla P5. Oh, and as you can see here, all of these carry over to New Game Plus if you max out Strength. And honestly, I think Special Treatment is perfectly fine in New Game Plus. It makes it easy to get the personas you may have forgotten to fuse at the end of your first playthrough. But distracting myself from that for a bit, they also buffed Lockdown in Royal. The skill that it gives you is now dependent on the persona's level. The higher their level, the better the weakness covering skill they'll learn. I much prefer it working this way. So, yeah, that's Strength, it's broken. Oh, and guess what? In Royal, the ultimate persona you get for maxing out this Arcana is also amazing.
Now, it's time for your next task.
And suddenly, non-voice acting. Ame no Uzume with the skill Frey. Now, the really good thing about this is not only do you want to do this because this Confidant's amazing, but Ame no Uzume is a persona that you really want to fuse soon. It's incredibly important for something,
Hey,
but yeah, I can't get into why exactly, so basically we'll be killing two birds with one stone by making it. But I guess while we're here, no, I keep trying to talk to you when I'm meaning to talk to Igor, but while we're here I can show what the group gear team does. So Advanced Fusion. This is the only way to fuse like more than two personas at once in this game, and we have access to a few things we can make here, like Flauros, Tamlin, his mythology is pretty infamous, Neko Shogun, who has a Psy skill, Hellbiker, a pretty fan-favorite persona, who a lot of people say Ryuji's outfit looks like. And Seth. Seth is important for a few things. Vasuki, I remember you from SMT5. And then we're back to just Flauros. But yeah, Seth, remember Seth, he's actually useful for something later on.
What?
So now we're going to be leaving.
No slacking off.
And doing what we were actually meant to do today. Since I don't... Okay, let me just quickly check if I need to get, like, Pixie, because do we hang out with Arn before going into the palace? No, we don't. Okay, that's good. So we have... Okay, we're not being texted by Takemi, so I'm going to have to walk there. Shock horror. I guess it makes sense as a doctor that she'd require us to... Well, not require, but she'd want us to, you know, get exercise. Also, I don't know why, but this line is just one of my favorite lines in this whole game, just because it sounds so weird out of context. Has anyone ever studied the correlation between the rise in temperature and the rise in weirdos? So, still have McCoy.
Well, then...
It's medical experiments time. I think that's a line from a Monty Python film that I still haven't seen. I think Meaning of Life. I haven't seen that one.
Oh. And?
Don't tell me that's the one you used to be at. Yes, it sounds like it. I think you should have more confidence in yourself, though. I mean, I get that, you know, you want the patients to have the best care, but...
Hey! Hello?
So, that line there? Yeah, this won't mean anything to a lot of people, but there was a nurse named Uehara in Persona 4 who was a social link. Some people think it is possible this is actually referring to the same character. If so, it's a very subtle reference. But honestly, that's a really neat continuity nod if it's true. That's a lot of things.
Fine.
But I guess we'll do them stat. I still don't actually know what stat means. If it's a very unique infectious disease, we should probably stay very far away and get them to wear masks. Because we don't really want a unique infectious disease spreading everywhere. This is probably like, you could say I'm familiar with him through gritted teeth. Yeah, I have a feeling that guy may be involved in her past.
By the
Yeah,
way,
this way she gets to do a good deed and screw over the guy who screwed over her at the same time. Oh, right, I thought for a second that with all of the help with this patient that we wouldn't even need to do the whole guinea pig thing, but no, that's still happening. This is like the weirdest, like, I feel like his internal monologue is probably saying that, like, it feels like my bond with Takemi is growing even deeper. Just in that kind of what is my life right now tone. Alright. No new ability at rank 4 though. We are getting very, very close to SP patches though. And so, Joker died, game over. That whole rank up actually reminds me of a scene in The Fugitive where there's someone who also says their chest hurts, and a child as well, and the protagonist, Fugitive, who's also a doctor, just sort of happens to kind of start pushing them in the hospital as a cover to avoid, like, being exposed, and then looks at their chart and goes, oh, actually, the doctor's got this completely wrong, and redoes it, and it actually saves his life. I really like that film. That's maybe one of my favorite films. Well, I mean, it probably saved her life. I'm sure many players would want to select that, but no. Yeah, what exactly is this drug for, by the way? Almost there. So that's a few reasons not to get ourselves killed in Madarame's palace already.
Ah, you're back.
Hey!
Oh yeah, you still nag about that. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, I don't like how Morgana does that because you need level 4 guts for that and we're not going to have that for a long time. Is this the first time we're learning the Detective Prince's name? I think it is. Well, that's a weird thing to start the news to. Is one of them Sony? I feel like Sony gets stuff leaked pretty much all the time.
For real?
I wonder if it could be that, also Morgana stop stealing catchphrases, could be that hacker group that we found that book on. Also, there's a crossword tonight. And I just cut off the music. Yeah, I'll talk about the music after this. Where art is shown off and sold. Well, this one seems a little obvious to me, but also mustachioed surrealist. Now, the only reason why I get this is because there aren't a lot of famous painters with 4-letter names. So I didn't even know he had a moustache before this, but again. Palace Museum, well, there's only, well, actually there's the Musée d'Orsay, but that wouldn't fit. Now I just need to remember how to spell that. Wall artwork. Would that be a mural? I feel like that would be a mural. Oh, I'm gonna get chewed out so badly if that's spelled wrong. It's not necessary, but still. G-A-L-L-E-R-Y. And there's a leftover B. Room or corridor? Huh, a lot of things that can refer to. But yeah, I know about the gallery when it comes to courts.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw quite a few galleries in when I was in Paris. I also saw the Rodin Museum where there are a lot of those bronze statues, and also I saw Victor Hugo's house. And until I saw it, I didn't know, because I obviously knew that he wrote Hunchback of Notre Dame. I didn't know that he also wrote Les Mis. Also drinks. Also, is the drunk guy saying something new? Yes, he is. Drunk guy. Hey, it's me, the great Madarame. I'm the real thing. Now he's also drunk and doing a Mario impression. Okay, now it's time for pub quiz question. What's the painting you made me, who is Madarame, so famous? Yeah, Jukari. Oh, that sounds almost the same. Same, so close, but you're wrong. Pretending to be drunk is fun.
What would you like?
You know, since we're going into the palace soon, I think I need more of these for lockpicks. Also, yeah, they have limited stock of each of the crafting materials here. So you can't just buy 99 of them and be set for the whole game. Oh, this guy's here now. So yeah, there's a street vendor.
What do you want?
Oh, and what he sells depends on our charm, huh? But yeah, we have access to these things. Hammer Boost, Moodor Boost, and Counter. I don't think it actually says anything, but Counter in this game is a 10% chance to repel physical attacks. It actually used to be, I think it was a 20% chance in Persona 3, but that got nerfed. All the counter skills got nerfed pretty badly. Confused, meow. Yeah, this guy's still learning. Yeah, I encourage people to learn more. I encourage everyone to learn foreign languages if they can, but yeah, I need to keep up my Japanese. No. So, yeah, the nighttime theme has lyrics now. It's called Beneath the Mask, and the lyrics are, the lyrics start when you can go out at night, outside of, Yongen. Also, these people look a bit creepy with their giant smiles and selfie stick, but yeah, the lyrics are actually really interesting. They, it's basically a singer who's experiencing a loss of identity and is only showing a mask to the outside world, and in a way, it's probably meant to be sung from Joker's perspective. So, weird thing about these two people, the partying college student and the reserved college student. I feel like I had a glitch in my previous playthrough where the reserved guy just wasn't spawning, and it looked like the partying college student was just having a conversation with himself. But yeah, tonight I'm gonna talk to this guy.
Please consider what I have to say.
Oh, this guy sounds like our kind of people.
You.
I guess we're interested. Yeah, at the beef bowl shop.
If you'd like.
Well, I mean, we're exactly the person to do that. Yeah, I mean, this seems a little weird, but this guy seems nice. Toranosuke Yoshida. No longer, huh? Ouch, yeah.
Very well.
But I mean, we're always one to root for the underdog.
Everyone. However,
I mean, I'd probably vote for this guy. But as the song says, if you hold on, life won't change. There's actually a pretty big reason why I showed that opening movie in the first part. You don't actually get to hear that at all in Royal otherwise, and it's a very important song. But anyway, the Liberal Co-Prosperity Party is basically this universe's version of the actual Liberal Democratic Party in Japan. The one that's been pretty much elected almost constantly since the end of World War II. I mean, yeah, I do think it's important to look at what the candidates actually stand for instead of just voting based on party. Because there might be some people in a party that you broadly like who actually are, you know, there's always a few dodgy people.
thank you.
He got heckled pretty badly that time. Yeah.
Hmm?
I mean, maybe if people are arguing about it, then I suppose you've at least sparked discussion. No, I think in a way it's important to build a, you know, philosophy and a policy before you get elected. I mean, I don't know anything about, really, politics, but this guy seems like one of the few decent politicians out there.
No.
Yeah, I had a feeling he was accustomed to these kinds of reactions.
Well then, I
So,
shall see you again
as much
soon.
as that really could have been a rank 1, it's actually, like, not. The guide refers to that as rank 0.1, or maybe rank 0.5, I'd say. You actually had to see him one more time before the Confidant really starts.
So, it's you. You did use this line before, now that I think about it.
Oh great, it's the nude blackmailer.
I hope you understand. Allow me to warn you again. Don't involve yourself any further. Don't play dumb. I'm saying you're an inconvenience. I won't forgive you if you continue making a mockery of my sensei. Am I clear? This is a warning.
What is it with all the people with unique portraits and hating us at first? I mean, we've got Makoto, we've got Yusuke, I mean, even Arn didn't really like us on... Like, didn't... Even, like, you know, Ryuji was suspicious of Arn on first impression. When Ryuji first saw us, he thought we were gonna rat him out to Kamoshida. I mean, it's kinda Joker's lot in life, sadly. Yes, charming. That's kind of the point, really. Yeah, it's just why I think he's a bit underrated as a villain, just how good he is at maintaining that public image.
Here's a question.
Oh boy, this is like one of those what's the maximum velocity of an unladen swallow questions. It's like, what, how the heck am I expected to know that? But yeah, that's Madarame's name. But the artist they're referring to here is actually Hokusai, Katsushika.
This is it.
Oh, not bad.
Now, I looked this guy up on Wikipedia, and it turns out he's actually done a few artworks that I think I recognize. And looking at his Wikipedia page, though, I found out that he also did an actual tentacle hentai. I'm not making that up, and I kind of wish I was. But you can see it on his Wikipedia page. So I warn you that if you're going to look him up on Wikipedia, there is one very, very not safe for work artwork on there. It's called The Dream of the Fisherman's Wife, in case you're curious.
Nice going.
But yeah. I just thought that was an interesting bit of trivia. Really, huh? Really? So today it's actually raining. Which means, like, even though there are probably some new things to, actually doesn't look like there's a whole lot of new dialogue at school right now. We're just going to be heading to... I don't think we can actually fast travel here yet. Because we haven't been here outside of a Confidant rank up yet, and that's the wrong place again. Actually, hang on a second. I wonder if I should try and pay for one of these. We are going to be needing a lot of money soon. But just in case I get a lot more money in the palace, I want to get this because we do need to win the lottery for a trophy, and that is the only trophy that I didn't get in my first playthrough when I first played Royal. So yeah, we're going to be visiting the diner today. There we go, now it's a fast travel point.
Oh.
Yeah, Family Restaurant is actually a type of, like, restaurant in Japan, so I believe the diner actually got changed quite a bit in Royal. During bad weather, you'll be able to increase your knowledge more than usual. I think this worked a little bit differently originally, but I didn't really go here that much in my first playthrough, so I can't really say all that much about how it worked then. I'm sorry about that, but... yeah, I guess I could try and quickly look up the wiki on that. Seems like according to the wiki, it actually increases knowledge more in Royal. So here we're supposed to order the surprise sandor, which would be short for sandwich. Surprise sandor and nostalgic steak. We're not going to get the nostalgic steak. This is just like... I don't know why, but for some reason, I've always found the description of this one just really weird. You feel kindness. Just sounds like a weird thing to say about something like, you know, you eat. It's like saying something's made with love. Probably actually tastes good.
For real?
Morgana is actually saying for real right now more than Ryuji is. I've noticed the counter has not actually gone up that much. Not nearly as much as I was expecting. Like, it went up like to like 25 in less than 25 episodes, and then it slowed down a lot.
Wanna head back?
So yeah, we get boost in guts, boost in knowledge for it being bad weather. And today there's actually something interesting that we can do.
You're back.
With the TV in LeBlanc. Oh no. I wonder if you should maybe delete his contact information right now. Or block his number. Yeah, we saw him on the train today. He really, really wants us to back off. I wonder if maybe it's just he's so in denial about Madarame that he's fighting back against our accusations because he's just desperate not to be wrong.
The real question to be asked, where have I been? I'm a sharpshooter.
Oh, Thieves Den updated. Oh yeah, because we've been to the diner. Yeah, we get a model of the diner in the Thieves Den now, I think. So, punching someone and hurting them is bodily harm. Unconsenting cutting of hair or using noise to cause distress. Apparently, one of those is actually considered a case of bodily harm, and the answer to that is using noise to cause distress. Interesting. But, you know, non-consenting cutting of hair is still a crime, apparently. And that's just a free extra point of knowledge.
Hey.
So tonight we're going to be going to the bathhouse. Also, unfortunately for Sojiro, we are already caught up in a weird mess. Because the bathhouse does different things when it's raining or snowing, apparently, but it's not going to be snow season for a very long time. Yeah, this time the bathhouse raises guts instead of just charm. It raises charm a little bit less, though.
What do you want to do?
So we must face the old man's challenge. We must endure the innovation status. I still love the way that innovation was depicted in the
What's up?
Persona 4 anime. And I think that's probably a reference to Yamcha's defeat pose in Dragon Ball. It definitely looks like what I've seen of that. I love that there's actually an official Dragon Ball manga parodying isekai called That Time I Got Reincarnated as Yamcha, about a Dragon Ball fan who, well, gets reincarnated as that character. And he knows, like, how much of a loser Yamcha is in canon, so he tries to avert his reputation as much as possible and actually make Yamcha cool. Apparently, it's actually pretty decent.
I'm so depressed.
Apparently, the pay from the beef bowl is actually better in Royal compared to the vanilla game. Yeah, someone in the comments mentioned that. Fun, friendly workplace. Well, I mean, it seems like they at least have one more employee there besides us, so that's something. I guess they're trying to talk about that because, you know, it helps you unlock the, politician confidant. So I guess I should mention that the guide that I previously followed, that one actually got the politician confidant started before Madarame's first palace visit, and that actually does really help, I'll say. If we had avoided the Arn study session, maybe I could have fit that in. The thing is, though, that Arn study session increases knowledge, and I just felt like maybe I don't want to go off script on the guide this early, because I'm worried a little bit about social stats. Once the social stats get a bit higher, then maybe I'll try going off script more. There are a few times where I definitely will go off script, especially on the, I believe it's the 6th of September. That's an important date for that.
Yeah.
But we finished a little above average on our exams, and that means a slight increase in charm. Because yes, in Japan, doing well on your exams makes you more popular, even though in America it's kind of the reverse of that, is the cliche. Oh, I guess the rain's gone, and we can see clearly now. So, oh, we've got Maruki asking for, giving us an invite. And both of these are just going to the palace, and yeah. So we're going to be heading into the palace today. But first, something very important to do is to go to the courtyard and get some drinks. Not that they're going to be hugely important, because I'll just say that SP management is not a big deal in Madarame's palace for reasons that we'll be getting into once we enter there next time, so I'll see you all then for that.